I have erred most grievously, I fear. I have just come to the realization that one of my favorite sentences in my translation of Plato's Symposium is, in fact, not at all what he's saying. So there's good news and bad news. The good news is, I wrote a nice sentence. The bad news is, Plato did not write that sentence. I'll tell you what it is. This is in the Agathon speech. Now, if you don't know, Plato's Symposium is a series of 7 speeches about love, about eros. And Agathon, the tragic playwright, gives his speech right before Socrates, which is where there's like, Plato's ideas. And all of the speeches preceding Socrates have some truth to Plato's actual ideas about love. And the thing that's really cool about the Agathon speech is, so Socrates refutes most of what he says immediately after he says it. But there's one thing that Agathon gets right. And in Platonic epistemology, we would call this correct opinion, which is where you have the right idea, but you can't explain it with an argument. The highest form of knowledge in Platonic epistemology is called episteme, which is where the term epistemology comes from, and it means like understanding. And the thing in Agathon's speech that is the correct opinion is that being filled with the god love, or being a friend, ally of the god love, leads you to do your best work. This is something that Socrates will explore in his speech, which is that love is a creative force. There's this concept called giving birth in beauty, which is where if you're pregnant in soul, that means you have an idea. You have a project that you need to bring into the world. And when you're in the presence of beauty, you can give birth to this idea. You can bring this work into existence. But so, my translation error. This passage is 197a of Plato's Symposium. And there's 2 sentences, actually. The first one is okay. The second one, I love the second one, and I'm going to have to change it. I flew too close to the sun. So the first one, this is what we have. Do we not yet know that to have this God for a teacher is to attain fame and fortune in any medium? The God, of course, being love. And then what I have coming next is, are we yet unaware that to never be touched by love is to never see the light of day? And I like that a lot, but that's not what Plato's saying. What Plato says, or what Agathon says, the second clause of the first sentence is, and to not have him for a teacher, or to not be inspired by him, is to remain in obscurity. As in, like, your works will be bad, and no one will see them or care about them. So I will have to change that. The light of day thing, that's my sentence, though. That's the good news. This is the nice thing about my translation not being published yet, is that I can still make changes to it. Follow if you also love Plato. Follow if you are also a capital P Platonic lover. And to hear more about the joys and devastations of translating ancient Greek.